Welcome to week 5 of the 5th quarter. I'm Katie Wolfong. It's the last week of Garden Grove and Empire League preseason play, and Garden Grove High School is still undefeated. We've got 4 games for you tonight, starting off with Pacifica at Westminster. Let's go out and see what happens. All right, the Pacifica cheerleaders are keeping things lively on the sidelines at Boswell Field. The Mariners are here to play the Lions of Westminster. First quarter, Pacifica's Mario Nava hands to Michael Estrada, and he fights his way for 10 yards and a Mariner first down. Preston Knowles gets the ball this time, and he comes up just short. He scores on the next play from inside the 1 to go up 7-0. The Mariners put up a pretty good goal line stand, but eventually the Lions are able to score on a keeper by Nick Anderson to tie it at 7. The Mariners aren't taking that line down. They come right back with this run around the end by Joel Willis for 5 yards and the score. 13-7 Pacifica. On this play, Pacifica's Josh Goalie uses all of his 6'4" frame to pick off a pass intended for Bobby Camacho. He picks up a few yards on the play too. But for the Lions, turnabout is fair play. Tariq Rayford picks off this Pacifica pass and is dragged down by Clay Leonard. That leads to a score and a 14-13 lead for Westminster at the half. Pacifica fans showing full school spirit might consider getting the official school haircut. Mariner cheerleaders huddle on how to step up cheer intensity in the second half. Pacifica's D turned it up a notch and denied Westminster when they went for it on this 4th and 1 attempt. Then Nava connected with Aaron Garcia on a pass play for about 15 yards to put the Mariners in scoring position. Coach Marcello Giuliano gives a few suggestions to Nava. And a few plays later, he fakes the handoff, gets a huge block, and scampers into the end zone untouched. 20-14 Mariners. Still in the third, the Lions punting on 4th down, but the snap is a one-hopper. It's Aaron Garcia with the block. That leads to this 3-yard raw power play by Big Luther Tolbert. The Pacifica fans love it, 26-14. In the fourth quarter, goalie takes advantage of a tipped pass and performs this shoe-topper interception, his second pick of the night. The Lions fought to the end, and Myron Avia hooks up with Bobby Camacho in the last inch of the end zone for last score. But it was Pacifica's night to shine. They notched their first win of the season and their first under their new coach. The Mariners line up against Catella next week for their first Empire League game of the season. The Santiago Cavaliers needed a wake-up call after a tough loss last week to Santa Ana Valley. The Cavs are playing without injuries going into their final preseason game against the Anaheim Colonists. Santiago is 3-1, Anaheim is 1-3. Reporter Gaston Castellanos has the highlights.
First quarter, the Cavs have the ball minutes into the game. A pass interference penalty puts Santiago in good field position. A Chris Ortega pass to Joseph Carrera brings the Cavs down to the 2-yard line. Next play, the ball goes to big number 35, Salvador Ceja, for the score. Cavs lead 7-0. Ceja wound up being the game's leading rusher. Anaheim gets the ball for their first possession of the game and keeps it moving. Running back Hector Rico gets a key first down on this play. Santiago's defense put on the pressure, but quarterback Philip Marquez tosses a 36-yard pass to Rico on a broken play and scores. The game is tied at 7. Second quarter, the Cavs have the ball in the Anaheim 23. Ortega connects with Juan Sanchez for the score, and Santiago takes the lead 14-7. The ensuing kickoff gets away from Anaheim's Israel Reyes and puts the ball on their own 5-yard line. Santiago forces the Colonists to punt, and the return brings the Cavs inside the 30. The next series brings the ball to the 5-yard line after a keeper from Ortega, and then Ceja does the rest, rushing almost untouched into the end zone. Santiago pulls away 21-7. Then, just before the close of the second half, Ortega on a keeper. Linebacker Justin Martinez strips the ball, and Rico is there to scoop it up, and he runs it into the end zone. Anaheim is back in the game, 21-14. It was Beauty and the Beast at halftime, with the Colonists' homecoming candidates brought onto Glover Field on motorcycles. The lovely Destiny Nunez is crowned Anaheim High School's homecoming queen. Congratulations to her. The second half was a defensive battle, with Anaheim threatening to tie the game on at least 3 possessions. Here's Rico going above and beyond the call of duty on this play. The Santiago cheerleaders are getting into the rhythm of the game on the sidelines. Fourth quarter, Santiago's Daniel Torres makes a key stop in the Colonists' backfield, and an interception by Juan Sanchez dashes Anaheim's hopes to tie the game. Final score, Cavs 21, Colonists 14. Santiago draws Los Amigos in their first Garden Grove League contest next week. This is Gaston Castellanos reporting.
Thanks for that report, Gaston. Argo fans were out in force for this homecoming game with Santa Ana Valley. First quarter, Argos up 13-0. Falcons' Carlos Acevedo hands to Darius Nacoste, and he charges across the goal line for a 2-yard touchdown. 13-7, Garden Grove. The Argo band kept the music flowing from the stands. Second quarter, Santa Ana Valley threatening deep in the Argo territory. Acevedo gives to Nacoste again and gets the score from 3 yards out. They were 1 for 2 on the point after, and it's 14-13 Falcons. With time running out in the half, Sean Young puts this one up for Josh Webb in the deep corner, and he's just out. They try for a field goal, but that's blocked by the high-flying Falcons. 14-13 Falcons at the half. Diane Padilla was crowned homecoming queen, and Argo middle linebacker Zach Huff is the king. That's future Argo scout enjoying the halftime festivities. Third quarter now, Sean Young fakes the handoff to Josh Sepulveda, and he shows some nifty moves on his way to a 53-yard touchdown bolt. 20-14 Garden Grove, and the crowd loves it. Kevin Tellis has been with this team all season. There are some big hits for both sides in this contest. Fourth quarter now, and this game is still up for grabs. Sean Young goes long for Joaquin Reynoso, but the pass is picked on this incredible one-handed catch by Luis Mercado. Garden Grove players yell encouragement. They don't want this one to get away. And the defense steps up. Here, Sean Young puts a lick on Manuel Burciaga, but Burciaga holds on to the ball. The Falcons are looking to score here in the final minutes. Acevedo is in the grasp of Jesse Lozano, but he manages to flip it to Nacoste, and he rolls for about 7 yards to keep the drive alive. With about a minute and a half left to play, 4th and 14, Acevedo rolls to his right and fires for the end zone. But Josh Webb says, "Not in our house." He tips the ball away, and that gets him in good with the principal. Coach Hay got a cold shower on a chilly evening, but it had to feel good. The Argos win this game 20-14 and go into league play undefeated. Next up, Rancho Alamitos. We were unable to make it out to the La Quinta Santa Ana game, but we have the results. Santa Ana topped La Quinta 54-13. Calvary Chapel came out on top against Bolsa Grande 18-7, and Northwood took the win over Los Amigos for a final score of 42-27. This is Katie Wolfong for the 5th quarter.